Let's start off this live Q&A with Bigplay Sam, who asks, who's the best player in the NBA? I believe it's Kevin Durant, but he's injured. Yeah, he is injured. And I'm not ready to say he's going to come back as the best player in the NBA. MVP and best player are very different. The MVP of the league right now is Giannis Antetokounmpo. The best player in the NBA, I think it's Kawhi Leonard. I really do. I've seen him play in the first round of the playoffs. I've seen him carry his team all the way through to the championships. When he wants to play, when he's not chickening out and sitting out because of injury, I think he is the best player in the league. I think there's a top 5 tier somewhere of, in some order, Kawhi, Giannis, KD when healthy, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Luka's in there eventually, and Damian Lillard as well. But maybe you didn't hear your guy's name called. Who do you think is the best player in the NBA? Let me know in the live chat and in the comment section below. Maybe you agree with me, you think it's Kawhi Leonard, but if you have a different guy in mind, go ahead and shout it out. Best player in the NBA. Now, many of you might say Luka Doncic, and I think that's why producer Dylan pulled this up on screen, but go to chatsports.com/NBA jerseys to get your favorite player jersey. Maybe you want the best player in the NBA's jersey, whoever that might be in your opinion. I know once back in the day, I thought it was Brian Scalabrine, but maybe it's Steph Curry when he comes back and you want that jersey. Go to chatsports.com/NBA jerseys to pick that one up. Look, I think you just showed about the top 5 players. You showed Luka, you showed LeBron, Steph Curry, now Damian Lillard. Some people, maybe Celtics fans in particular, might say Jayson Tatum. I don't know about that one, but maybe one day. Again, that's chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Let's go to Hallow the Third. What will the Golden State Warriors most likely go for in the draft, or will they trade their pick? I do think they're going to trade their pick. My expectation is that they package number 2 and Andrew Wiggins for another established player to play alongside Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green when fully healthy. Now, if they keep the pick, I think you just go with talent. I mean, you don't really need anything at all. I mean, you need, I guess, a big man technically, and I think if they go with a big man, they should go with Onyeka Okongwu, but I say if you keep it, go with the talent and just take LaMelo Ball at 2, and if you want to flip him for something else later, you can definitely do that. Van Omar 009 says, who's the biggest sleeper pick in the NBA draft? That's a good question. Off the top of my head, when it comes to guys that will probably fall to the second round but should be first-round picks, I really like Desmond Bane out of TCU. I love what that kid can do. I think Jamias Ramsey is a guy that a lot of people are saying should fall to the late into the first round, but his shooting ability, I think, makes him probably a top 20 to top 22 talent in this draft. So Jamias Ramsey, Desmond Bane, both Texas guys, but I like them a lot. Let's go to Nolan. Says Heat should trade for Giannis. Nolan, I actually have a Heat trade scenario for Giannis Antetokounmpo on my last video, so make sure you're subscribed and you can see that. But the only way they're going to get Giannis, the only way, is if you give up Bam Adebayo. So if you're the Heat, are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared to give up future picks and current stars like Bam Adebayo to get a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo who's going to be a free agent already in 2021? I mean, that's your call, but I'm not sure. I think if I'm the Heat, I probably just wait it out, wait till 2021, and don't give up any assets like a Tyler Hero or a Bam Adebayo or a future first-round pick to get a guy like Giannis who might come to Miami in 2021 anyway. But I appreciate the question. Burger Does Sports. Interesting. Could you see DeMar DeRozan getting traded to the Nuggets for Gary Harris in 2 seconds? No. Gary Harris in 2 firsts? Yes. I mean, in all honesty, if the Denver Nuggets really want DeMar DeRozan, who has a player option, could be a free agent anyway, you got to give up either Michael Porter Jr., Bol Bol, or both of Will Barton and Gary Harris. I mean, you got to keep it valuable for the Spurs. They got to get young players back because they're going to start rebuilding here soon. And the only way that they can trade for him, I think, is with a guy like MPJ or a couple first-round picks. And I don't think Denver has the first-round picks to make it happen. I think they've traded away so many of them already, so it just might not happen. But I like the question, and I actually like the fit of DeMar DeRozan in Denver. He could fit nicely with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Style Stunner 55 says, do you see Anthony Davis in a Knicks jersey? I've seen a lot of photoshops of Anthony Davis in a Knicks jersey. I don't see him going to the New York Knicks. No. Because here's the thing. AD needs to stay healthy. AD needs to win when he's healthy. And the Knicks have a long way to go before they're winning any games. Now, the reason I said a while ago and on a different show that Anthony Davis could end up on the Bulls is because the Bulls already have the young talent to win right now. I mean, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr., if you just throw Anthony Davis into that mix, they can win games right now and make it to the playoffs. I'm not convinced that just Anthony Davis on the Knicks can get you to the NBA playoffs, but wherever he does decide to go in free agency, we're going to have you covered on this show and on this channel. Go to youtube.com/chatsportstv, or we make it real simple on you. There's a big old red icon down below. Just scroll on down, hit that subscribe button, and then let us know if you have subscribed. And if you're a true subscriber, you can tell us what you want to see on the show, and we're eventually going to put it on the show for you. So go to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Make sure you subscribe for all the best and all the free NBA coverage all the time. That's my favorite part about it. Everything we do here, it's free. So you don't have to pay for anything. Let's go to Why Not. It says Oladipo paired with Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. Ooh, that is an interesting one, and one that has now making me think. Now, Oladipo's 28 years old, and he's coming off a pretty significant injury. So Memphis might be saying, we don't want to give up future assets. We don't want to give up picks right now for a guy that is just going to that is hurt and is older than our core. Because Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. are like 21 and 22, I think, respectively. So I don't see them actually pairing him with them. But if they want to go ahead and try to win right now, yeah, that might work. But you might give up a guy like a Brandon Clark or a future first-round pick. Ranier Albert Lizada says Ben Simmons for Charlotte's third overall pick and Terry Rozier. That's actually pretty interesting. And I think Philadelphia has to consider that pretty heavily. Because let's say they get the third overall pick. Then they can draft a guy like a Deni Avdija. Or maybe LaMelo Ball falls to number 3. And then all of a sudden, you can go LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier's in the mix, Josh Richardson's in the mix, Al Horford's in the mix, and Joel Embiid's in the mix, and Tobias Harris is in the mix. Man, you know what? I think both sides say yes. That is a very good idea, Ranier. I like that a lot. Maybe Charlotte says no, but it's definitely possible. Now, if you want to keep up with all these crazy NBA trade ideas and you like what we're doing here on Chat Sports, I want to make sure that you like this video. There's a lot of easy ways to support the channel. As we're doing this Q&A live, we've got over 2,000 of you guys live. I appreciate all 2,021 of you live. So hit that thumbs up. It's just that easy. It's one of the easiest ways to support the channel and tell us that, hey, you're doing a pretty good job. Now, if you think we're doing a bad job, you can give us a thumbs down, but I think I'd feel better if I saw a bunch of thumbs up down below from our over 2,036 people that are watching here live on Chat Sports. Let's go to Kyle Vandeventer. That's a fun name. Should Phoenix trade Kelly Oubre Jr.? I mean, it depends on what you get, right? You know, if they're going to say, hey, we'll trade Kelly Oubre and number 10 to move up to number 2 with the Golden State Warriors, yeah, I mean, why not? But if you're going to trade Kelly Oubre Jr. for like an older guy like a Kevin Love, I'm kind of out on that. I mean, Kelly Oubre Jr. is putting up 18 points per game. I think you hold on to him, let him play alongside Booker. If you really think you can package him with the 10th pick and get a player maybe like a Bradley Beal or like an established point guard like a Drew Holiday, maybe. But don't trade him away for an injury-prone big man like Kevin Love, like I've seen a lot of people throwing out there. Let's go to Will Graham, actually brother of Harrison Graham, our buddy in the office, says Giannis paired with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Yeah, please. That would be a lot of fun, but how are they going to do it? You know, you got to wait till 2021. Milwaukee's not going to take Kemba Walker. They're not going to take Gordon Hayward. They're not going to take Robert Williams. If you want Giannis in Boston, you're going to have to give up Jaylen Brown. Don't give up Jayson Tatum. Do not give up Jayson Tatum for Giannis. I'm telling you right now, Boston, if you're listening to me, Celtics, I know you're big watchers of the show. Don't trade Jayson Tatum for Jaylen Brown or for Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I would consider trading Jaylen Brown for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I like the idea, Will. Good one. Let's go to Rame Royal. Says Wiggins for Michael Porter Jr. No. I think Denver says no in that situation because MPJ is already better than Wiggins was early on in his career. Now, Wiggins is still a 20-point-per-game scorer. I still think he has a long way to go. He's only 24. I mean, people have already given up on him. He's 24 years old. He's got a lot of time to grow, but so does MPJ. So I think Denver says no in this scenario. Also, Wiggins' contract is ridiculous. No reason to pay Andrew Wiggins the money that he's getting right now. Ben Neff sends us a super chat. Appreciate you. Everyone that's in the super chat, you get claps all around. Ben Neff says, Who should the Celtics target in the NBA draft with their first-round pick if – and then, okay, so that's okay, so there's a few questions mixed in here. All right, so you're kind of cheating the system, Ben, but I appreciate the hustle. So if they have the 14th overall pick, if they keep it, I say maybe you take a guy like a Patrick Williams out of Florida State or a big man maybe like an Alexei Pokusevski. You don't have to hit a home run on that one, but they could take a big man. His second question, if they were to trade these picks, who do I think they should target? That is such a loaded question, but, I mean, you got to trade for a big man, right? I don't know who it is right now, but you got to trade for some kind of center to get him to Boston and have someone man the middle with the Celtics.